Oh, hi, I'm Yolanda Mayer. I'm the Executive Director of Habitat for Humanity. And tonight we're celebrating the kickoff of our Take a Seat for Habitat, a charity event, we're calling it, which is to raise funds for Habitat for Humanity locally. 33 local artists took an identical wooden chair that came from the old Oak Bay High School, was donated to us when they were doing their renovation, and they were given this blank canvas of a chair to do whatever they wanted for us. They've all returned them tonight. There's many artists here celebrating the kickoff. They're all going to be on display at the Mayfair Shopping Centre from the 13th of August to the 26th, and the public can come out and see them there. They can donate to vote for their favorite, and you can bid on your favorite as well, and perhaps take it home as your very own piece of art. This is the second year we're doing it. Last year we did it for the first time to kick off the opening of our new Restore here in Saanich. Restore sells used and new secondhand building supplies and furniture, and all of the revenue that's generated from that supports our charity. So it covers all of the administrative overhead. So tonight, all the donations we get for bidding and for voting will 100% go to help build a home for a local family in need. The idea came last year. Actually, I was walking through the Restore, and I just noticed that there were 30, well, a lot of chairs. I didn't know there was 30 at the time, identical black IKEA chairs. And I used to work for the arts, and I thought right away, wait a minute, we can't just sell these like this. We got to do something different. Let's give them to artists and upcyclers and designers and see what they do with them. So we did it last year for the first time, and then this year we didn't need to open the Restore with it because that's what we did last year. So we approached the Mayfair Shopping Centre to see if we could put them on display so more of the public could see them. So that's what our event's about, and we're super excited and so grateful to the artists. I mean, so many of them have really put their heart and soul and hours into it, and we're hoping it's going to raise a lot of money to help build a home.
So my name is Christopher Parley, and I was inspired to do this chair just by the Victoria. Moved here about two and a half years, and the landscape of Victoria just yells and screams at me. I just love it. I love the lines of the buildings. I love the lines of the streets. The ages of everything. Everything just has this beautiful age to it. And it's just, I just love the look of the city.
My name is Tracy Yarrell, and I'm an artist here in Victoria, and I predominantly work with upcycled and repurposed materials to create my pieces. So I created a chair for Habitat for Humanity based on the quote, the seat of knowledge is in the head, of wisdom in the heart. So that was a quote I started with. We were given a chair, and I really just wanted to use that basis as a platform to then work through that quote. So there's oak branches, which represent the wisdom, the head, and the 5 images of man's knowledge, which includes Einstein and the periodic table, DNA strands, computers, and also the modular molecule structure there. And then down into the paper mache heart, which has got the tree of knowledge. And the chair is completely covered in old illustrated dictionary. And so I just wanted to really represent that saying, and that's how it all came together.
My chair I call Souvenir because I love souvenir culture, a little bit of roadside road trip Canadiana, and I wanted to incorporate in the chair. The chair initially didn't inspire me in its original form, so I disassembled it and then reassembled it with bottle caps and souvenir pennants and that sort of thing, and added the paint by number. I had this wonderful convex glass frame that fit between the chair backs, so it's more a chair for celebrating than sitting on.
So the inspiration from the chair is Prairie Sunset, but the people that know my art know that I use lots of reds. I paint lots of prairie landscapes, so it was just a landscape on a chair. It was interesting that many years ago, I taught school, and this was a standard chair in schools across Canada. I remember them in Saskatchewan and Alberta and in BC, and I know this chair came from Oak Bay High, so it's come full circle that I'm back with a chair that sort of is the same as when I started teaching.
My name is Herb Rice. I'm a Coast Salish artist. Habitat for Humanity contacted me about this particular program, Take a Seat, and I received the chair. I looked at the chair and I realized, okay, it is really a seat. It's not the thought of it, but it's really a seat. So I accepted it gladly because my wife and I are strong supporters of Habitat for Humanity, and I wanted to assist in some way in fundraising efforts. So this is great. I had to think about it for a bit because the first thing that came to mind was to add my own sculpting to it because I am a carver, a master carver. So I figured that a mask attached to it would be nice. And I did have a raven's mask in the process. And the raven is called the trickster. And the trickster is sort of, it's based on what we've learned in our past and whether or not we've actually learned something. The name of it is, the seat of the benevolent trickster. And that, to me, that means that it's looking at benevolence rather than the trickster aspect of it, which everybody else looks towards. So benevolence is looking at fundraising for housing, for development, for everything that Habitat for Humanity stands for. And the addition to it, the one wing, and the aspect that it is actually a functional piece. It's a piece that you can actually sit in the chair, think about what benevolence is, and with assistance, you can stand up with the mask on and one wing on. In fact, we can do that at some point if you'd like to, so you can see. That's the inspiration was the fullness of the seat and the trickster and what they represent together.
This is our Ai Weiwei Never Sorry chair. Ai Weiwei is an artistic hero of ours. We've seen a couple of his exhibitions, and we saw, several years ago at the Tate Modern Gallery in London, his installation of this enormous pile of porcelain hand-painted sunflower seeds in commemoration of the Chengdu earthquake and all the lives lost there. And when we came to making this chair, we decided, we were thinking of a couple things. Ai Weiwei came up, and I had these seeds that I had bought that had come out of that exhibition and was making jewelry from them, and we decided to make an Ai Weiwei chair. And it's Linda's poem, and I did all the sort of craft work. I was the lead carpenter. Anyway, Linda can tell you all about the the artistic idea and her what's behind her poem. The components in it are a reprinted antique Chinese newspaper and antique upholstery tacks, curtain rings, and Ai Weiwei sunflower seeds, finished in lots of orange shellac.
So we adore Ai Weiwei, who is at the moment in Europe protesting the treatment of refugees from the Middle East and from Africa. And these sunflower seeds are from the porcelain show at the Tate. And I have earrings that are made from the same sunflower seeds. And there's just a little haiku on the chair, which says, "Grieving one-child mothers spit sunflower seeds on the earth that swallowed their children." And the people who made these sunflower seeds are the mothers of the children who died in the Chengdu earthquake. And they died, of course, because the schools were built by contractors who were paying off the government. And Ai Weiwei went to jail for his protest. So he's a special guy. So that's why we made the chair. Never sorry, never apologize.
Hi, I'm Jamie, and this is my Marilyn chair. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I just love Marilyn Monroe and all that she embodies. She was not skinny. She was a complete feminine woman, yet she was very powerful, although she played down her assets, I'll say. And then she played up some. Women today are struggling to be feminine in a not so feminine world. You have to work to support yourself and sometimes support others. And you're the man, the woman, and you're the father, the mother in all kinds of relationships. And so deep down, every woman is a Marilyn. They just want to be pretty and they love girly things, and who doesn't love diamonds? A little sparkle in everyone's life, and I just want to have fun. So that's what I did with my chair.
And I'm inspired by nature when I paint. This is the chair I created for Seat for Humanity. I thought it was a wonderful cause to try and help others raise money, and so I'm always inspired by nature. This is what I've created. Inspiration came from the film The Box Trolls, and I knew what I wanted to do when Yolanda was telling us we were doing chairs again this year, that I wanted to do a box troll. And he was a lot of fun to create. The film has so much going on. Everything in it was created by hand. Really, really well done. So it was a great inspiration. Okay, the materials. The box part is made out of pizza boxes, and the hands are made out of PVC piping, pool noodles, plaster gauze, and the head is foam with more plaster gauze, modeling clay, and then just lots of paint and little bits of wood and that kind of thing.
How long did it take you?
Well, I started in June, and so on and off for a couple of months. Yeah, we're a large family. We have 7. We're 7 with 5 children. So in between, in the studio working on it, but he was great. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed making him.
I'm always humbled and really moved every year when people step up in a way that's so exceptional. I know how hard artists work, and I know how difficult it is actually to earn a living being an artist. And so the fact that there's such talent mixed with such generosity, that you're willing to do this for our charities is really incredible. So thank you. A big round of applause to